There's a big vote today that could massively impact crypto happening at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I got your back with the results. We're going to talk about two crypto big products that have staking. Yeah, you can earn money while just parking your crypto there. We'll talk new all-time highs, XRP price action, along with...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And yeah, I brought my big dog to the pub yesterday. Who doesn't? And he did amazingly well, getting pets and hugs from everyone. What a good boy. Now, before we get into the news, like the $15 billion a week it costs the GDP of the U.S. being shut down, you know the deal. Your comments come first. Why? Because you, the viewer, matter most. By the way, look at BTC, 124,000. Touching some ATHs. So what are you saying? Greg Dalto says Swift had their chance to embrace XRP, but no, they chose to shit on it while their system remains in the dark ages. Maybe Swift is the fax machine. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you missed yesterday's video. Crypto Monkey dropping support on the channel, and it's Crypto Monkey 68 says Crypto Monkey like 68 and 69. You do it to me and I'll owe you one. Love it. Absolutely freaking love the humor. Bobby Bethea, another dog fan. He's got the doggy pic up on the screen. Dropping support on the channel as well. Thank you, kind sir. And yes, for all the dog lovers, comment down below because now that the weather's breaking, these poor guys don't have to be in the heat. They can go outside and enjoy the weather. Speaking of enjoying, Bitcoin 124,830 ETH is almost 4,600 XRP at $3 while BNB's at 1,200. You are seeing certain things in the market really move. Other things simply aren't. Altcoin season index 62 out of 100, while volume this morning is 156 billion in the last 24 hours. So the government shutdown cost the US GDP 15 billion, but it also makes the crypto market pump a lot. So it's kind of both sides right here. The Senate is expected to hold its first vote. That's right, there's a vote today at 5:30 p.m. It's a stopgap measure for funding. If they vote and approve it and it goes to the House and they approve it, well, it's going to give them a few more weeks to get through. The federal government remains closed on Monday amid a bitter impasse in Capitol Hill over competing congressional spending bills, one backed by each party. The Senate is scheduled to reconvene on Monday at 5:30 approximately for a vote. I will let you know what happens with that vote, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out. White House economic advisor Kevin Hassett told CNBC on Monday, that's today, that the government shutdown cost the U.S. about $15 billion a week. So again, because the government is so slow, because they're so delayed, it's costing us money. They could have tackled this shit months ago. It says, you know, my friends over at the Council of Economic Advisors gave me a report at the end of the week that said it cost the U.S. GDP about $15 billion for a shutdown, or about 0.1% of GDP per week. So if the shutdown continues for a long time, there's going to be a lot of things that don't happen, and it'll show up in the GDP number. So then think about this, right? If we're affecting the GDP right now on the shutdown, what does that mean? Well, it means when what? The fourth quarter GDP report comes out in early 2026. It might not look so hot. Bitcoin breaks price record as crypto market sees major shift. Yeah. Bitcoin surging 10% over the last week, shut down, crypto up, like what I did there, touching 125,000 for the first time in its history. The latest milestone appears to be a follow the trend dubbed Uptober by figures within the industry. Why are we getting this? FOMC rate cuts, huge problems with the economy, so people are picking crypto as a hedge. That's right. The reason for the green on the screen is the lack of trust in the United States government. So BTC is smashing big prices, BNB is smashing big prices as well, and ETH is also. Is your favorite smashing big prices? Speaking of smashing, crypto funds smash records with almost 6 billion in inflows during the week of the shutdown. Now I've got that right here. Check this out. This is massive amounts of inflows because of the government shutdown. Crypto ETPs, electronically traded products, ETFs included in that mix, posted a record of almost 6 billion in inflows last week, with Bitcoin leading the gains, recording 3.6 billion. That means what? ETH was 2.4 billion. Cryptocurrency investment products recorded their highest ever inflows as a U.S. government shutdown fueled a rally in the spot crypto markets. We believe this was due to delayed response in the FOMC, the rate cuts, compounded by very weak employment data and concerns over government stability. Ooh, that's not good. So, massive amounts of inflows. Well, it's also happening to gold. Gold and Bitcoin surge on the big debt pipe. And now look what's happening to currencies. The yen tumbled on Monday as pro-stimulus law, and remember, the US dollar has been tumbling as the shutdown's been going on too. As pro-stimulus lawmaker Sanae Takahashi was set to become Japan's next prime minister. French bond spreads blew out and the euro slid after the prime minister resigned. Well, there you go. The dollar, which has weakened about 30% against BTC this year, remains under pressure as the shutdown drags on. And remember, they've got that vote at 5:30 today. Now, overall in the crypto market, yeah, we're seeing some green on the screen, but some of our favorites right here haven't seen the green. We'll talk XRP price action here shortly, but first, Grayscale launches its first staking spot ETPs. Yeah, you can get some staking now with ETH and Sol through Grayscale's products. Why is this awesome? Because now you actually get something for parking your crypto. You park your money at a bank, and what happens? You earn interest. Well, we should get the same for crypto. Grayscale CEO Peter Mintzberg called the initiative a first-mover innovation that underscores the firm's role as the largest digital asset ETF issuer. The firm said it will stake passively to support Ethereum and Sol's network security while helping investors earn long-term yield. Wow, I like this. This is really good. Now, XRP volume down 11% to 4.7 billion. This is your chart for the last 7 days. So yes, XRP has gone up since the government shutdown, but it's not used as a hedge like you would like the bigs like BTC and ETH. See, BTC and ETH also function in the store of value play, right? A lot of players are throwing money in there and parking it for a long time, hoping it grows over time. They're not playing the risky markets. Now, that being said, XRP ETFs are set for the 18th to the 25th of this month. So all you got to do is wait for what? 2 weeks and you're going to get XRP juicy news. But XRP right now battling the $3 mark. And what we're noticing right now is traders seem comfortable with XRP between 310 and 280. We're going to break through that as soon as we get through the government shutdown. As soon as we get another rate meeting, and all that's going to be happening here in the next several weeks. So XRP fans, yes, it's frustrating to watch BNB touch all-time highs. BTC touching all-time highs. Yet some of our favorite utility ones really aren't roaring. Hey, check this out. HBAR, 22 cents. It's not really roaring during the shutdown. XLM, 40 cents. It's not really roaring during the shutdown either. So we're seeing the store of value play along with some BNB and ETH make the move, while the rest of the alts are what? Sitting at 62 out of 100. Like I said, since we reached peak altcoin season on September 19th and the government shutdown was basically going to happen, the alts have slid compared to BTC. Even though we're all up, BTC is gaining more. Hence, the altcoin season going to 62 and the heat map being green. So approximately 5:30 today, we should know what's happening with those government losers and if the shutdown is going to continue. But if it continues, does that mean we're going to see BTC, BNB, and ETH touch more all-time highs? Well, shit, it certainly looks like it, because those three are absolutely roaring as of late. BNB essentially doubling its price in the last year. BTC and ETH both ripping on up with inflows during the government shutdown. And what's crazy about this is, remember, that's good for us as crypto people, but for people outside of crypto, it's bad. Why? Costs you $15 billion per week of shutdown. Yeah, thanks again, government, for wasting stuff. So if you wonder why taxes are so high, if you wonder why shit never gets done, it's because we have these losers in charge. Now, that being said, XRP, a little frustrating, I'll admit it. We've been waiting for XRP to absolutely roar, and we're just getting these little sputters. Now, we do have the big ETFs coming up with XRP, and hopefully that gives us something. If it doesn't, I'll be pissed along with you. Why? Because now that the SEC case is over with XRP, there's not as big of things keeping XRP relevant in the news, right? Because the SEC case was so big. Think about it. As much as we all hated Gensler, every freaking couple days there was something about the SEC side. There was something from the Ripple side. There was something from one of the lawyers. There was something coming out, right? Bill Morgan, someone was saying something, right? Well, that's gone now. And we didn't get the big, massive pump from XRP once the case was finally over. So people are like, well, okay, crap. Now what? Now we go to the ETFs, and we're just hoping those don't turn out into the next big nothing burger. Now, if the government shutdown doesn't get averted today with the vote, I expect BTC and gold to roar even more. ETH is going to go with it too, and apparently BNB will. Now, if the thing passes, that's good news for us too. And you're like, but bro, how? Why? Because once the government shutdown is over, those same losers that are screwing us over with the 15 billion in loss a week are going to start working on crypto regs. See, that's the whole thing. They can't right now. These people are fucking idiots. They only can do one thing at a time. They're not like you and I, where we have to take care of our kids, take care of the house, take care of the pets, take care of all this shit, go to work, right? And live normal lives. No. The government, they focus on one thing. They're like, government shutdown, everything else off the table. Government shutdown, everything else off the table. That's what we're dealing with. So, let's see if the shutdown is averted. Let's see if our favorites keep roaring. And of course, choo-choo what? Well, it's on the screen behind me. Choo-choo bitches.